Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fine. So let us continue with chapter 3 in your Hornbill, that is Discovering Tut. The saga continues, written by A.R. Williams. So before moving ahead, let me explain what we have read so far in this chapter. So in the beginning of the chapter, introduction of the king Tutankhamun has been given. He was also known as Tut. He was a teenager when he died. He was the last successor of the powerful pharaoh dynasty which ruled Egypt and its empire for centuries. He was laid on rest heavily loaded with gold. His tomb was discovered in 1992, which made the world raise a question about what had happened to him and whether he had been murdered after almost 80 years. His body was underwent a CT scan which would give new information and clues about his life and death. His face would be recreated with the help of a procedure called forensic reconstructions. A fast, strange and unnatural wind was blowing as King Tut's body was taken from his grave called Valleys of the Kings, an ancient Egypt cemetery. The location of Valley of the King is given in the image in your book. Dark clouds moved quickly across the desert all day long and later they covered the stars on January 5, 2005 at 6 p.m. King Tut's mummy, which is the world's most famous mummy, was placed in the CT scanner to investigate the mystery behind his death, which had occurred more than 3,300 years ago. All afternoon, tourists visited the 26 feet deep underground rock cut tomb to pay respect to the king. Many people stuffed into the small tomb and looked in admiration at the murals on the walls of the chamber and took a look at the face of Tut that had been painted with gold. While visitors read the guidebooks in a hushed tone, some stood silently wondering about his untimely death in his teen years. They might be wondering if the curse of the pharaoh, which leads to descendant of misfortune upon the person who disturbs him, is true. As Zahi Hawass, Secretary General of Egypt, leaned over the body to have a look, he said that the mummy was in a very bad condition because of what the British archaeologist Howard Carter did to it in the 1920s. He discovered King Tut's tomb in 1922. After a long search, the valuable treasures of Tut had been explored earlier too, but surprisingly they were complete. The treasure found at Tut's grave is the richest till date and has come to be known as the Pharaoh's legend. It has after death in gold, which are eternally beautiful, which are eternally beautiful and as good as new. Such, artifacts still get attention. So Tut was buried with the things of daily use like a razor made of bronze, games, linen, undergarments, and boxes of food and wine which he could use in the next life. So Egyptian believed in life after death. So that is why these things were buried with his body. Carter took a few months to record the treasures found in Tut's grave. Then he began investigating his 3 coffins, which were nested in one another. In the first coffin, he found a piece of cloth with garlands of willow, olive leaves, with celery, lotus petals, and corn flour, which suggested that he had been buried in the months of March or April. When he reached the third coffin, he was in trouble. The body had hardened due to the resins which had cemented the body, and it had stuck to the bottom of the coffin, which was made of gold. Carter wondered what to do next because no amount of force could separate the two. So Carter tried to loosen the resins by keeping the body in the hot sun. He kept the mummy in 149 degrees Fahrenheit heat for several hours, but still it remained stuck. He reported that a chisel could be used to cut down the mummy from the limbs and the trunk, so that Tut's body could be taken out of the coffin. According to Carter, he had no choice other than to cut the mummy. He believed that if he hadn't done that, thieves would have removed the gold from the tomb and would have looted it. So during Tut's time, the royal people were very wealthy and they had a belief that after death they could take the wealth along with them. For his life after death, he was given precious collars, necklace with decorative patterns, bracelets, rings, amulets, ceremonial aprons, sandals, sheaths for fingers and toes, and now an iconic inner coffin and a mask. His men removed his head and every joint of his body. After they finished, they reassembled the remains in a wooden box with padding filled with a layer of sand to conceal the damage. It was his new resting place. In the past few decades, archaeology has changed and it now focuses on the details of life and the mysteries of death. Earlier, it was about focusing on the treasure. Now, it uses more advanced medical technologies and tools for research. In 1968, an anatomy professor x-rayed King Tut's mummy and revealed that the front lips and breastbone were missing. So now let us continue what happened next in the story. Today, diagnostic imaging can be done with computed tomography or CT, by which hundreds of X-rays in cross section are put together like slices of bread to create a three-dimensional virtual body. What more would a CT scan reveal of tooth than the X-ray? And could it answer two of the biggest questions still time of his death? So students, let me tell you meaning of some hard words. First word is computed tomography. Computed tomography means it is also called a CT scan. It is a three-dimensional scan of a body with the help of hundreds of X-rays in cross section together. So, okay. Let me explain this. Today, diagnostic imaging can be done with computed tomography or CT, by which hundreds of X-rays in cross section are put together like slices of bread to create a dimensional virtual body. So now, with the advancement of technology, CT scan or computed tomography can give a virtual image of the whole body. What more would a CT scan reveal of tooth than the X-ray? So with the help of this technology, King Tut's body would be scanned. So find answers in and could it answer two of the biggest questions still lingering about him? How did he die and how old was he at the time of his death? So now King Tut's body would be scanned, find answers to two questions: how he died and how old was he at the time of his death. His death was a shock to the royals also, as he was the last person. King Tut's demise was a big event even by the royal standards. He was the demise means death. He was the last of his family's line, and his funeral was the death rattle of a dynasty, but the particulars of his passing away and its aftermath are unclear. So King Tut's death was a shock to the royals also, as he was the last person of his family, and his funeral indicated the diminishment of his dynasty. Okay. However, what happened after his death is still not clear. Next paragraph. Amenhotep III, Tut's father or grandfather, was a powerful pharaoh who ruled for almost 4 decades at the height of the 18th dynasty's golden age. His son Amenhotep IV succeeded him and initiated one of the strangest periods in the history. So Amenhotep III, who was Tut's father or grandfather, it was not clear, was a powerful pharaoh who ruled for almost 4 decades. Almost 4 decades, Amenhotep, Tut's father or grandfather, who ruled Egypt almost 4 decades at the height of the 18th dynasty's golden age. So he continued ruling till the end of the 18th era. Okay, 18th dynasty's gold age. His son Amenhotep IV, then his son Amenhotep IV succeeded him. He took charge and initiated one of the strongest period in the history of ancient Egypt, and he created one of the greatest history in ancient Egypt. So Tut's father or grandfather Amenhotep III was a very powerful pharaoh who ruled over a period of 40 years, 4 decades. His son Amenhotep IV succeeded him and began the strangest period in the history of ancient Egypt. The new pharaoh promoted the worship of the Aten, the sun disk, changed his name to Akhenaten or servant of Aten, and moved the religious capital from the old city of Thebes to the new city of Akhenaten. Akhenaten. Okay, it's a name of a place. Akhenaten, known now as Amarna. So now it is known as Amarna. So what did he do? He promoted the worship of Aten, the sun disk. He changed his name to Akhenaten, meaning servant of the Athens. He also shifted the religious capital from Thebes to new city Akhenaten called Amarna. Okay. He further shocked the country by attacking Amun, a major god, smashing his images and closing his temples. It must have been a horrific time, said Ray Johnson, director of the University of Chicago's Research Center in Luxor, the site of ancient Thebes. So further he attacked Amun, a god, smashed his images and closed his temples. So Ray Johnson, director of the University of Chicago, said it must have been a bad time for the empire. It must have been a bad time for the empire. The family that had ruled for centuries was coming to an end, and then Akhenaten went a little wacky. Then what happened? as the family who ruled for centuries came to an end and Akhenaten moved to an old direction. So, wacky means here amusing in a slight odd way. Okay, so Akhenaten moved in an odd direction. So it was the sign that now this family, now their empire had come to an end. Okay. So what happened after Akhenaten's death? After Akhenaten's death, a mysterious ruler named Smenkhare appeared briefly and excited with hardly a trace. Now another mysterious ruler, Smenkhare, succeeded him and died soon. He was also died very soon. And then a very young Tutankhaten took the throne. Then next was Tutankhaten or Khaten, who was very young, who took the charge. Okay, King Tut, and he was also known as King Tut, as he widely known today. The boy king soon changed his name to Tutankhamen. Then he changed his name to Tutankhamen, which means living image of Amun, and oversaw a restoration of the old ways. And he tried to follow the culture, follow the system of old ways. He reigned for about 9 years and then died unexpectedly. Okay, so this ruler, King Tut, he ruled about 9 years, then he died unexpectedly. Okay, so another mysterious ruler, Smenkhare, succeeded him after died soon. Next, Tutankhamun, also known as Tut, sat on the throne and ruled for 9 years. He worshipped god Amun in the old ways. However, he died mysteriously. Okay. Regardless his fame and the speculations about his fate, Tut is one mummy among many in Egypt. How many? No one knows. The Egyptian Mummy Project, which began an inventory in late 2003, has recorded almost 600 so far and still counting. The next phase, scanning the mummies with a portable CT machine donated by the National Geographic Society and Siemens, its manufacturer. King Tut is one of the first mummies to be scanned in death as in life, moving regally ahead of his countrymen. So then Tut is one of the mummies in Egypt, whereas until now, with the help of the Egyptian Mummy Project, which started in 2003, Almost 600 mummies have been recorded so far. King Tut's mummy was the first one to be scanned by CT. Under the next phase of scanning the mummies with the machine donated by the National Geographic Society and Siemens. Okay. A CT machine scanned the mummy head to toe, creating 1700 digital X-rays images in a cross section. Tut's head scanned in 0.62 millimeter sliced to register its intricate structures takes on eerie detail in the resulting image with Tut's entire body. Similarly recorded a team of specialists in radiology, forensics and anatomy began to probe the secrets that the winged goddesses of a gilded burial shrine protected for so long. So let me tell you meaning of some hard words, some difficult words. So eerie detail means strange image of Tut's head as visible with the help of CT scan. Strange image of Tut's head as visible with the help of CT scan. Next is forensic. It is the application of the scientific method to investigate a crime. So that is forensic. The application of the scientific method to investigate a crime. Next word is anatomy. Anatomy means the branch of science which deals with the bodily structure of humans, animals or other living beings. Anatomy means the branch of science which deals with the bodily structure of humans, animals or other living beings. Okay. Next burial as we know that it is burying the dead body. Next is shrine also we know that it is holy place. Shrine means holy place, burial shrine as you can see in the last line. So let me explain this paragraph. So the CT scan machine scanned the body by creating 1700 digital X-rays in cross sections. Tut's head was scanned in 0.62 mm slices to record the tiny details. The resulting image was very strange. A team of radiology, forensic and anatomy experts started examining the secrets of the grave that had been protected by flying goddesses for a long time. So now the scientists, the team of radiology, forensic and anatomy experts, they started examining the secrets of the grave. Okay. So as it was believed that it had been protected by flying goddess for a long time. Okay. So So it's all about this video. In my next class I will finish the chapter. I will also summarize the chapter. I will discuss question answers given in your textbook. So thank you for watching.